Hey, what's going on, Sean here. Today I am here with Phoebe French, who was on Cobra Kai, and yeah, guys, it's the third interview on the channel, guys. So I hope you guys really are enjoying these. So it's very different from the content we usually produce here, guys. But I'm excited. So would you like to introduce yourself and everything before we start with the questions and all that?
Sure. My name is Phoebe French, and I play Charlotte, who is one of the new female Cobra Kai students on season 4 and 5.
That is awesome. And I like how you added in five because that knows you come back. So
Yes.
that is awesome. Okay. But I mean, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Why not? What made you want to like act in general first?
Yeah, so I've kind of always um, done acting, and I grew up doing films and like more independent films, student films, and I did theater. I went to a theater company growing up called Young Actors Theater, which was awesome, and I did that all the way up until high school. So it's always just been something I was really passionate about. And then I went and I just graduated from college with my degree in acting as well. So I've kind of always been on that. And then I moved to Atlanta about this time last year when we started filming season 4. Because right now there's just so much happening film wise here. So it just seemed like a good decision. And I've been really lucky with what I've been able to do so far. So,
That's awesome. That's so cool. Like it's like you always wanted to do when you were younger and all that, and just like and now you pursue your dreams and all that. Like, that's
yeah.
pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank you.
now like what? So what? Like if you could say, of course, like what was your first like acting job that you did? Like was it theater, a movie?
Yeah. The first film that I did was like I think it was an independent film, and I think I was like 5 at the time.
Oh, wow.
Um, yeah, and I remember it was like the first time I got like my hair, and you have to go and get hair and makeup done, and like getting my hair done, and I just thought it was like the coolest thing in the world. I was like, I tell all my friends like in kindergarten at recess or whatever about this. And it was like a suspenseful movie, and I was playing like the main actress when she was little, so I was only in a few scenes, but it was really fun.
That's still, I mean, a few scenes still. It's like so cool, and
Yeah.
it's like you have to go to your friends like, ah, I was in this, yeah. Like.
Uh-huh, exactly. Yeah, it was awesome.
So was there like anything like besides like you always wanted to do it? Like, was there anything that motivated you want to become an actor? Or
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just like such a cool art form, and it's one of those things that I feel like really just like pushes yourself because every time you get a role, like obviously I don't necessarily have the demeanor whatever of like a Cobra Kai, but you get to like put that on and get to kind of like create a world and like create art for everyone to enjoy. So getting just to see how much everyone loves the show and what you're in, and if it has a really positive response, that's just like such a great feeling. So that's kind of what keeps me going.
the show's amazing. So I mean,
Yeah.
no, I know the show itself just drags in people who just new fans of like the series and all that, and it brought more life to the Karate Kid franchise.
It really did.
Yeah.
It's like such a well done, I guess, sequel of like a franchise. It's crazy.
100%. Like I mean, I've always been a fan of the Karate Kid, and then like I was very off with this series. I was like, I don't want to get ruined, please don't.
Uh-huh.
And I actually watched the series before it came to Netflix. I was watching on YouTube,
Yeah.
which I was very surprised was on YouTube at first, just seeing how much popularity it has now.
Yeah.
So that is just mind blowing and all that.
Yeah, it's crazy going from YouTube Red, which I'm sure is like a great place to start, but now it's like #1 on Netflix. So they
Yeah,
really have that like crazy journey, which is
yeah,
so cool.
exactly. And like I mean, I still pay for my YouTube Red. I like the other features with it, but
Yeah,
I
that's good.
yeah I love it. But I mean, there's nothing on there anymore to like no original stuff. But still, it's just Cobra Kai just was amazing. It's still on there actually. I mean, this first two seasons I think are on there. But when was the first time you saw the Karate Kid?
The first time I saw The Karate Kid, I wish I had like a distinct memory. I
Mm.
just remember watching it as a kid growing up, probably with my family. My parents, I'm sure, just like introduced me to it. And I hadn't seen the other two. I had only seen the first one growing up until like I got older. I hadn't seen the other two.
Mhm.
So it's fun now, like rewatching those, especially with Thomas Griffin and all of them being in that. And I'm like, hey, I know him. And like getting to rewatch it, you kind of understand the plot a lot better. As you get older, you're like, there's things that you missed when you were a kid. So
Yeah, it's like I know that guy. I know
yeah.
her. Oh my god, I know all these people.
Yes.
It's like I work with these guys every day. um now so what was it like to work with like those actors? Like
Yeah. They're such great role models, I think. It's just they're always such a positive influence on set, and they really just want everyone to, do the best that they can. So if it's a certain kind of scene, they're going to talk it through with everyone and just kind of make sure everyone's on the same page. And it's really fun getting to watch them act because, Cobra Kai has so many different like levels. You have the super emotional scenes, the funny scenes. So getting just to watch them like in their element, do their thing, and even, interact or do anything that you can with them is always just so cool because they always want it to, be the best that it can be. And so it's really fun.
yeah, no. You're right about the whole like emotional level, funny scenes, and you have the action scenes, and you just have just the drama scenes. That show is made for anybody.
It really is.
Like you could, like yes, you should watch the movies first, but you could just go in there and kind of just watch it as it is. You'd be
You
a
put
little
it
bit confused. What's that? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off
would
there.
make sense, definitely.
Yeah. So I mean, I know that's what my sister did. She's never seen Karate Kid or the other movies before, but she went in and watched Cobra Kai and she loved it. She's like,
Yeah,
"Go watch the movies now." She's like, "No." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like,
that's
I
awesome.
can't change your opinion on that one.
Yeah.
So was there like a favorite slash best scene that you filmed that you like is like the highlight of season 4?
um I mean, I really liked. I know I saw your interview with John and Chance
Oh,
where you
you
talked about
did?
the party. Yeah, I watched that.
Oh,
Yeah, those are two of like my very best friends.
oh, awesome.
So they talked about the after party, and getting to do that scene was so. It was just like so much fun. Prom itself was also really fun, but I think my favorite are just the dojo, like getting to be in the dojo because we get, we have all the cool champion outfits on, we're like gearing up. So it's like the times when we really get to learn the most, I feel like, because we get to do the most karate, we're there. And we're just such in like a tight knit space. So it's just, the Cobras and then the senseis. So we really get to see like Marty and Thomas just like interacting with us kind of like one on one as a group. And then I like learning all the martial arts stuff. So those are probably my favorite.
That must be like a dream come true out there. Like, wow, being taught by these guys.
Yeah,
Now,
definitely.
I did ask this question to Gianna and Chance, but what was it like filming with like COVID restrictions or anything? Like, was it harder for like you for you personally, or was it just go with the flow and see what happens?
Yeah, I think it's definitely like a new normal that we've kind of had to adjust to. So like after the time went on, I mean, I didn't even really think about like having to take my mask on and off between every take and having to hand it to a COVID person or getting COVID tested like 3 times a week. But at first it was definitely an adjustment, just because it just felt like super surreal compared to working on things in the past. But also I had never worked on Cobra Kai like
Yeah.
in the previous 3 seasons, so I didn't really know how like every set is run a little bit differently. So it was definitely really interesting. But after we got used to it, people had it down in a routine, and we got as much done as we could with all of the COVID. Sometimes maybe put a little bit of like hindrance in it, but it really didn't affect it that much, I would say.
That's honestly that's really good. I've heard from like some other sets where it's like, okay, after you're done filming, you go back to your trailer, you get ready to go home, and that's it. You can't like hang
Yeah,
out or anything. You have
it's
to
hard to
go.
interact, but yeah, especially because since we were all like filming with the bigger main actors, like
Yeah.
we got a lot of downtime with them. So, and yeah, in other shows, they might be like, oh, like separate or everyone go off to their own place or whatever. But they were super nice and like understood that, we were all doing what we can. So,
Yeah, like that's super cool. I love that because I remember them just telling me that just like it was really fun, and they make that they I'm assuming like they make the set like super fun and like enjoyable. But of course, you got all the work done and all that in general. That it
definitely.
sounds so much fun.
Yeah.
um, Now, was there not sure if it's the same one for what I asked Gianna and Chance, but is there a funny moment on set for you personally that you enjoyed? You just always think back on, you're like that was awesome.
Yeah. Like the first thing that comes to mind is during the tournament when we were filming, and it was one of the first times, if not the first time, we filmed with the audience, because usually we didn't film with the audience at all, because we filmed everything separate just for like spoiler reasons, for
Hmm.
COVID safety reasons, just kind of where they put the camera. So it was the first time when we were filming our entrance, like they were announcing all the dojos to come out, and Cobra Kai walks out of the tunnel and the smoke's going. There's like light show and everything. And when we walked out, there's like 500 people in the audience, and they just all start booing us super loud. They were just like, boo, boo. And all of us were just like, what? Like, no one gave them that direction to do or anything. But it just was funny because that was just like their natural reaction to seeing like the Cobra Kai team come out after like Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang and everyone. And they were all just like, no, we don't like you. So the directors had to tell all of those audience actors that, you have to pretend to be excited for us, because everyone hates Cobra Kai, but just some of the viewers, I guess, do. So that was just one of like the funniest moments, because we laughed so hard after that, just having someone aggressively boo you. It's just funny.
Yeah, you're probably like, oh, sorry. We'll go
Yeah,
back. We'll go back. I'm sorry.
it looked so like badass, and we were like walking out, and like the music was playing, and then everyone was just like, boo. So,
They're like, get out of here. Like,
yeah.
okay, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. Because like that whole All Valley tournament, like that last scene, I was surprised. Like when I was watching, I was surprised it lasted 2 episodes. I thought it was only like a singular episode thing. When it was two, I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm glad
Um,
that.
Now, I know like a lot of people. So did what's the wrong looking for this? I wrote it down. I just don't like the way I worded it. Shoot. So was it hard? So did you learn any like? Did you learn the moves, or did you have a stunt double for it? What was all that there?
Yeah, so everything like I learned, or like I did myself. So I didn't have anyone doubling for me, but I didn't do anything like super crazy in season 4. So um we would just kind of learn everything like all together and rehearse what we were doing martial arts wise. And if we did kata, whatever we were learning, I don't remember exactly like the routines we did in season 4, but we would just learn all of those and do them. But for like the bigger fights and the tournament fights and everything like that, they had their stunt doubles come in and do stuff with them.
That's so cool. That's like that. I still am just like mind blown from like just like talking to you guys. Honestly, it's just so surreal.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you. Like, I'm not sure if I recorded this part or anything, but this was like a 5 a.m. thought. I was up really late, and I was just like, kind of, you know what? I'm gonna see what happens here. And usually,
Yeah.
like 5 a.m. thoughts are never good ideas. And for some reason, this one went through, and it stuck with
Great.
me.
Yeah. I mean, it's perfect.
Um, Now, is there like an actor or actress like you would like to work with? Just in general, not even on Cobra Kai, just like in general.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. It would be cool. I love like Emma Stone, Ryan Gosling. I love both of them a lot, so I think that would be cool. I also think be cool to do like a horror movie or
Ooh.
like a suspense. So I'm trying to think of like some good, super suspenseful, like scary movies. because those are the movies that I really really like watching. It's
Ooh,
like scary
nice.
stuff. So I think
Well,
it'd be cool to do that.
well, then I mean that leads to a question that I didn't even have written down. Like, what is your favorite? Like, do you have a favorite movie or anything?
Yeah. I really like well, I guess my top favorite movie isn't a scary movie. Is Little Miss Sunshine, but that's not a scary movie. Um, I really like Midsummer. That's one of my favorite like scary, creepy movies. So
See, I don't like I like horror movies, but I cannot be alone watching horror movies.
yeah.
I cannot be alone watching like usually well like I've been watching a couple horror movies with my friends and stuff. Like I can watch it with them and we can make fun of it and it's fine. Like whatever. But if it's just me, I'm just like, okay, look, I get it. It's a movie, there's actors, I know that guy was in this movie, whatever, but just like I no thanks.
Yeah. Gianna was my roommate this last semester, I guess, like fall.
Mhm.
And during October, we watched like one or two scary movies a day.
Oh my god,
So,
really?
like, yeah, we went on like a scary movie binge, so that was fun.
That's awesome. Like me and one friend, we I took a week off of just like content creating in general, all that, because I needed a huge break. I've been on a roll for like 6 months straight. And I'm just like, I got a break. But
Yeah.
every day we watched 3 movies a day. It was a lot.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
fun though.
Oh, it was a lot of fun. We went from like I think we went from like the Twilight movies to like the Maze Runner, um, to like a bunch of like other just movies like Netflix movies. We were just like, let's just watch whatever we really want.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I was dead tired by the end of that week, but you know.
I bet your eyes like start to hurt after a while.
Oh yeah, it was definitely something. Now, is there like an actor from like the older Karate Kid movies, like 1 through 3? Let's not talk about the 2010 one. No, with all due respect to those guys, but I heard from an interview from Rao that they're not going to involve the 2010 one. But would you like to see like any actor or actress appear from those movies that haven't appeared yet?
Ooh, well, the first thought is Chosen, but we know he's
Yeah,
coming back.
he's already here. Yeah.
He's already here. I honestly don't know because we kind of have like the original Cobra Gang.
Pretty much everybody now. Like
Yeah, a lot of people. I'm trying to think of some people that we maybe haven't gotten yet.
I know Mike Barnes hasn't appeared
Mike
yet.
Barnes, yeah, for sure.
I want to see him appear. I'm like, please, just give us him.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
That's a good answer.
Yeah, no, like there's because usually, like to go off of like from like Star Wars for example, like Karate Kid, Cobra Kai, and like the new Star Wars movies are definitely different from each other because they utilize their old characters like a lot better, in my opinion, than the Star Wars ones. Like Star Wars guy, always been a Star Wars guy, just never really liked the newer ones. But but Cobra Kai, I'm just like, oh, I like this. So that was it's like a cool breath of fresh air, and
it really is.
Knowing that a reboot got something that I know like a lot of people hate on reboots and stuff, and some of them are good, some of them are bad, but Cobra Kai just 100%.
Yeah, they did such a great job of just incorporating like so much nostalgia, like all the 80s music, and there's 80s, especially with Johnny.
Yeah.
All of those kind of like nostalgic 80s feelings to it, so you don't feel like it's in a totally new universe or anything. Like you have all these old characters coming back. Like they're doing such a good job of just like really connecting the two, but also keeping it like new and entertaining.
Yeah, 100%. Was there like a character that like came back? Like you didn't have to be in the season or not, but like that you were like, oh my god, this is awesome.
Definitely Silver. I think that he's just like the ultimate villain. So getting him to come back and then having him like as my sensei, like especially Gianna and I, we were like, yeah, And she's a huge, like even more than me, I would say like original Karate Kid like fan. So even just like seeing her get so excited, obviously I was super excited too, but
Oh
it was
yeah.
fun for both of
You're
us.
like,
Yeah.
yes, this is what I signed up for.
Yeah. And people didn't know Silver was coming back at the time, like we started filming. So we were like, you get let in on all like the secrets as the season comes out. So it's hard, you can't post about it, can't say anything, but all the fans or all the supporters have like questions and they're like, I think
Mhm.
Silver's coming back. And I'm like, haha.
You're like, haha, I'm not gonna pull a Tom Holland.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, when Silver came back, I'm like, thank you. This is what I wanted.
Mhm.
Silver.
Yes,
And
it's what everyone needed.
seeing the finale, like, of course, spoilers, guys, if you haven't watched the finale yet, he rigged the All Valley.
Hmm.
And I want to see the consequences from that, see what Tori does now. Like, I've always liked Painless. I've seen her, like, I grew up watching Disney with her on there and all that. I actually met her one time too, which was pretty cool. And, super cool person. And I really want her character to have, like, a redemption arc in
Yeah,
some sense of a redemption. Um,
definitely. I think Tori's my favorite character, and Peyton as a person is awesome. But getting to see like how much Tori has like grown and changed, especially in season 4, I feel like
yeah.
I was always rooting for Tori. Like I was always kind of team Tori over team Sam. But now this season, I feel like more people may be starting to agree with me on that.
Yeah, it's a, 100% because like I was also Team Tori as well. Like if we were going team wide, it's Team Tori, of course.
Yeah, love them
And
both.
yeah, and just I could see where she's coming from now. I could see why she's has that built up anger because of her mom and all that, and just in general of like life treats her. Of course, it's understandable. You relate to the character because I feel like if that was happening to anybody, they would also react the same way.
Mhm.
And just seeing because like my mom does not like her character at all. I'm just like, you gotta give her a chance. Trust me.
Mhm.
Um, and just seeing her being sympathetic or just like with Sam now, kind of being like trying to help her out when she knocked her down at the end and winning. I was like, that's so cool. Sadly, they pulled her away. I'm like, couldn't wait like two
Yeah.
more seconds. But that was a moment for me watching them. I loved so.
Yeah, me too, for sure.
Well, I got one more question here. Is there any upcoming projects, of course, if you were allowed to say, that you have coming up?
Yeah, I definitely have some stuff coming out, and I think a lot of stuff's gonna happen this coming year, so that'll be really exciting. And then I have a movie coming out on Netflix this summer, I believe. I'm not sure, and it's still kind of I don't know how much I can say, but I'm really
Mhm.
excited for that. So when that comes out, I'll let you know. That's the one I'm really.
Dope.
Hmm.
That is awesome. Now, is there social media that because of course I usually put everyone's social media in the description below, or do you have anything else besides Instagram that you want me to link down there? Of course.
I just use Instagram, so.
There you go. That's
Yep.
100% perfect. Is there anything else you want to say before we end off here?
I don't think so. Thank you so much for having me, though. That was great.
No problem. Thank you for being on here. Like honestly, it means a lot.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. And if you guys did, do not forget to like and sub for more. Subscribing is totally free, and you guys could always unsubscribe later. And yeah, guys. Of course, if you guys are new to the channel, this is the regular content we usually post here, but it's like a good little one-off thing. But yeah, guys. Hope you guys all enjoyed, and we'll talk to you later. See you guys.
Thanks.